Hey guys, I was recently asked about beach settings and how we run. So I'm going to turn on the machine. I'll go over how I run, and Kathy will go over how she runs. Ain't much difference between the two of us. First I'll start us off and scroll through, and I'll show you. Beach 2 is where I usually hunt in the wet and sometimes up in the dry. So I'll show you. A lot of times I'll do a noise cancel. Ground balance, I usually run up an auto tracking there. Get the little squiggly line up there. Okay. I run my volume at 25. Usually my threshold, a lot of times I don't run it, sometimes I'll run it, but you guys, just run without threshold. I hunt two tones. I like hunting two tones, and let's go separate eject. Just leave it as it is. The same with my F2. And my recovery speed, I'm usually at a 4. Okay, now I'll show you how I run up in dry sand usually. Usually I'm in beach 1. And I run my same thing, did the noise cancel, the ground balance, the same volume, the same thresholds. I leave off two tones, separate jack. And the only thing is, I have my recovery speed here at 5, usually because there's more junk up there. And if I'm not worried about depth. And that's that. Then I go, if I have a lot of noise and interference up there from arcades or whatever's around, I'll turn around and I'll go and run field 1, and I'll go 15 hertz, and you can cycle through that, your hertz here. But usually I'll run 15 hertz, and I'll do the same on the when I'm hunting seated hunts, when there's a lot of other detectors around. And it's the same thing, noise kit, auto tracking again. On the ground balance, noise cancel, no threshold, two tones, and my recovery speed I'll take down to a 5. And that's it. That's how I run for beach with noise, and the wet sand in the water. Okay. Now I'm going to let Kathy show you how she runs. Now this is my Equinox 800. This is an 800. Kathy runs a 600, so we'll show you how she does it with the 600. Now I'm going to show you. There's Kathy there, and she's going to show us how she uses her Equinox 600.
Right.
She runs a little differently than me.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay.
Turn it on, and then either she'll do a scroll on through. She'll run a noise cancel. She wants to run noise cancel by pressing the checking the what do you call it button right here.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like me. A lot of times she'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone a lot of times. And then you just keep on scrolling through with the asterisk there.
Mm-hmm.
And ground balance, we got the auto tracking on again. And volume, she keeps it 20. She keeps it lower than me. Go next. Threshold, she doesn't run threshold. She likes to run 5 tones on the beach.
Yep.
And then you go next. Separate eject, she leaves the same. And recovery speed, she got it at a 3 on the Equinox 600. And this is in field 1, beach 1.
Mm-hmm.
She likes to hunt beach 1, even onto the top of the wet, she'll hunt beach 1.
Mm-hmm.
And only other thing she'll do is she'll do the same exact thing as me in field 1 when we have a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
She'll run to 15 hertz.
Yep.
Okay, and the same thing, she'll keep her recovery speed to the same 3.
Yep.
So that's it for those two machines. Now we'll show you our Vanquish 540s. Kathy runs this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like to run it too. So basically what you have here is in the mode here, Take us through the shows the modes. We're in jewelry mode, but she'll show you the different modes. That's custom mode.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
coin mode. That's relic mode.
Yeah.
And on a beach, we run in jewelry mode with a little ring on there. So, as far as she doesn't run iron. A lot of times I will run the iron with the little horseshoe on there.
Yeah, I usually put the iron on if I come across something that's below a 20.
Yeah, she'll call and she'll check on
Yeah.
it. Volume you have just about all the ways up?
It's all the way up right now. Yeah.
It's all the ways up. Sometimes she'll take it down here.
Yeah.
Sensitivity, you like a couple notches below the top. You know, if you go always up, she's like 2 to 3 below there.
Yep, usually 3.
Yep, usually 3 below.
Yep.
I'll usually run 2 below.
Yep.
And that's it. We're good to go there. You know, simple machine, easy use, and it's got that multi IQ. You know, so multi frequency there, and that's the Vanquish 540. So, so that's it. That's how we run,
beach.
guys.
Don't listen to everybody that says, you know, you just have to walk over it. Yeah, you do have to walk over it if somebody else hasn't walked over it yet. But the way we've been finding all our rings is we look at the contours of the beach all the time.
Yep.
You have depressions, you have stones, you have rocks, you have the slope,
Black sand,
wind-driven areas. The idea you're just going to walk on the beach willy-nilly and just pick things up and expect to do great isn't going to happen. I mean, you can run grid patterns work well for that till you learn a beach. But notice when you're digging stuff where it's at. What are the conditions? There's a little black sand. There's a little hill of sand.
Is there indentation?
Yes, indentations in a swash. You can see watch the waves. See how the waves are washing up and washing down. Where it comes up and then where it pulls back down at, that's where everything else is getting pulled back down at. Where it's washing up to the very top, that's where stuff's going to be at. So just continue to watch it. You know, continue to watch our videos, and you'll see a lot of this stuff, and we'll continue to point it out. But the main thing is, when you're on the beach, don't look at it as sandy desert. I mean, you know, you got all those places to hunt. You got, you know, volleyball courts and lifeguard stands and towel line and flip zone, and it just goes on and on and on and on. Around the showers, a million places to hunt. So be aware of where you're hunting and take note of it, and try all those different places, switch it all up. But mostly learn the sand. Watch the sand. What's this doing, especially around the wet. There's different mounds, different areas. You know, look at the sand. See how high it is up on the pilings. Next time you come back, if there's more pilings showing, sand got removed. That means it's a good place to hunt. So those type of things. So that's it. Enough with the yapping. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope this helps.